And welcome to AFTERBUZZ TV's official after show for the Real Housewives of Melbourne. We are breaking down the fight between Lydia and all the girls, and you do not want to miss it.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Oh my god, I love the Real Housewives intro. I'm gonna do my intro. In a place where wealth and status define who you are, I'm only interested in being me. Do you have one for us, Hayley?
I wish I could have thought of one. I'm not going to be able to think of one on the top of my head. That's good.
I used to run around my apartment in West Hollywood dreaming of being a housewife, just listening to this music. Trying to fantasize one day being a real housewife.
Right.
So that hasn't quite turned out for me, but now I'm on this panel, so...
You look so dapper. You could be a house husband.
Oh no, maybe one day I'll be a real gay of West Hollywood. That's the dream,
There you go. You could start your own show.
Yeah, absolutely. But welcome to the official after show on AFTERBUZZ TV of the Real Housewives of Melbourne. I'm your host, Dan Babic, and joining me today is Hayley, and we're finally meeting.
We are finally meeting, Dan. It's great.
I know, so tell our audience where they can find you.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Hayley Clover. But yeah, we've been, what episode is this now? And
it's episode 10.
Still haven't met each other.
I know, about time. I was like, is this Hayley chick real?
I'm real. I'm a real person.
She's a ghost. But yeah, what did you think of the episode?
I liked it. Yeah. I still liked the Dubai episode last week better. A little more drama for me, or drama that I enjoyed, but still continuing with Miss Lydia.
Miss Lydia, as we call her, yeah. But you know what, in saying that, it's actually, as much as I love Chyka, and I just think she's a beautiful woman and a fantastic mum, it sounds terrible, but I'm kind of glad Lydia has been saying bad things about it, because she did need to give a bit more to the show. She was playing it a bit nice. It was good to see her fiery side rather than being a bit of Switzerland.
Right. Fiery or just mean. She just seems to me like she's just kind of mean, Lydia.
Well, not Chyka's mean, but yeah, Lydia is just it's a full-on bitch.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it's weird that she hasn't had her day yet. She's been getting away with this for the last 2 seasons.
Right. And you know what? I really didn't see that side of her, though, I feel like, for the last couple of seasons. Every once in a while, but she was never somebody that I didn't look forward to seeing on the show. And now I kind of every time she's in a scene, I'm like, I just can't even stand listening to her. She's just so fake. It's just awful.
Yeah, and it's so funny because she is a bit dumb and not that intelligent. I'm happy to say that. She's not the smartest thing. She's not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Right. But even though she thinks she is.
Even though she thinks she is.
Oh my God, yeah.
But I just played her off as everyone knows she's manipulative. Everyone knows she's not that smart.
Right.
And they just kind of brush it off and they don't take anything she says too seriously,
right.
Because I've always pinned her as the Regina George.
That's okay. Yeah, good point. Except for I don't think they follow her that much as Regina George.
No.
She's not as cool as Regina George.
No, and she's not as smart as Regina George.
Yeah.
We're not as pretty as Regina George.
Thank you. Or skinny, or just whatever.
Yeah, she's not really got it. Well, it's always funny because she actually, a lot of the women are self-made. Well, most of them are, except for Gamble.
Yes.
And Lydia, and then Petty Fleur.
I think the difference would be that Gamble would be the first to tell you that she married into money and that she loves it and my new life is great.
She's happy to own it, whereas Petty Fleur, no one really knows, but she claims that she's done it all herself, but who really knows?
And I wouldn't believe it either.
But what's kind of funny is because Lydia, it sounds terrible, I sound like a bully, but Petty Fleur got no friends. She's just sucking up Lydia's ass at the start of the episode just because she's got no one else. What do you think of that?
Right. Well, what I think is most interesting is that Lydia thinks that she has more friends than she does because Petty Fleur is the only one in her corner.
Yeah.
And like Gamble had said, now that Lydia pissed Petty Fleur off, there's literally no one around. But I don't think she realizes that yet, that she's kind of screwed.
She just kind of thinks, everyone's just, she's just brush it off, everyone's just being stupid. She doesn't take any responsibility for her own life or her own actions.
That's so annoying.
But who is your favourite, though, on the show? Because we haven't been speaking about this, because I've never had each other on the panel, so I want to know who you're liking and who you're not liking.
I love Jackie, because I think she's, super truthful, and I think she's funny, and I love Chyka. But I love Gina's banter back and forth with a lot of the girls. Sometimes I'll be the first to say I can't stand looking at Gina, but I like listening to Gina.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
It's just, she's so over the top with her hair and makeup and, all that kind of stuff. But she's smart.
Yeah, she's definitely smart. One thing that I've noticed is I've definitely seen the transition from season 1. It's funny, transition, because she does kind of look like someone who has transitioned, but she's happy to own that. She says she's the ultimate drag queen.
Right.
She does have a bit of an ego on her head.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But I don't mind that as much when someone just owns it.
Yeah.
it's when somebody thinks that they're totally different than they actually are.
Petty fluor, yeah.
Yes, exactly. And it's just the totally wrong thing. Like everyone else thinks something different and we can all see your truth, but you just cannot own up to that. That's what I hate.
Because I've got a conspiracy theory. Well, not a conspiracy theory. I've got quite an educated response to why I think Petty fluor is not liked among the girls or why she's not liked among the viewers. I want to know what you're thinking. Why do you think that Petty fluor is not very relatable and people aren't generally liking her on the show?
I mean, they've made a couple comments about her being nouveau riche and having new money, which I don't really know why that bothers people. It's like...
I think that's quite disgusting when people say that. I think it's like hierarchy. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you've got new money, old money.
Right, and most of the old money you didn't earn anyway. If it's old money, it came from someone in your family.
Totally. I always say money just gives you money, and that's one thing I used to like about Adrienne Maloof from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Yeah. Her catchphrase, I think on the first season, is money is what I have, not who I am. And one thing I don't like about a lot of the Melbourne girls is money is who they are. They define themselves by money. So when they're calling her neo-rich, or I don't even know what the fucking word is, I'm just like, it's just what you have, it's not who you are.
Right. So
money gives you money, that's it.
I think that's one reason they are like, with her.
Yeah.
But I think it's more so that because she's so newly rich or whatever, that she's taken on this role of being like totally over the top.
Yeah,
and
she's not being authentic,
Right, like she's acting like she all of a sudden has all of this money, and I think that kind of bothers them. I don't know. I was the first to say she looked great this season. All she had to do was just, say that she's been working really hard on herself and that she has taken on a new life of fitness and health and whatever, and she looks great. People would be able to relate to her so much more.
Yeah.
But then she's just like, I look amazing and I look so good and I'm so hot. And if you were me, wouldn't you want to be me? Wouldn't you want to show all this off? It's like, okay, give it a rest.
Yeah, I think that's my whole theory is people can tell when you're being authentic.
Yes.
And that's what we keep drawing it back to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but that's what Lisa Rinna has always said, and that's why she tests quite high. Her advice is to other housewives is to be your authentic self, because you're going to get caught. There's millions of cameras around you, so if you're not being yourself, and people can tell, the audience is smart. We know when people are acting, and I think the girls around can sense that she's maybe insecure.
Yeah.
So she's trying to put on an act, and us as an audience can tell that she's not being authentic.
Absolutely. Oh, insecure is like an understatement.
That's what it is. It's definitely insecurity. But moving on to Chyka's fine jewelry, little, shopping extravaganza.
Okay. By the way, who gets to do that? They write down this giant, amazing...
35,000. I think it's called the Bridge Suite.
Night,
35,000,
at the Atlantis in Dubai, and it looks just so luxurious and over the top. Just to try on these diamonds that are millions upon millions of dollars.
But in saying that, I've got a bit of inside goss there.
Oh, yes, please.
Atlantis is a client of Chyka's.
Okay. So they
would have got that for free. Okay. And as well, it's good press for them, being on the Real Housewives of Melbourne show, saying, look, these so they wouldn't have paid for that. That would have been, they didn't stay in there, they were only there for the jewelry session. Oh. So it was only for filming. So it was just kind of...
So I wonder where they stayed.
Yeah, well, they're staying actually at the Atlantis, but they weren't staying in that $35,000 room. Yeah. Okay. And that's where I have a little bit of a problem with the Real Housewives of Melbourne, is
it's a bit of a facade.
A little bit more of a facade. Yes. Because people in Australia, I think the level of wealth in America is so much more extreme. We do not have the amount of homelessness on the street that you guys have. The average person in Australia can go on a holiday every year, has a very good life and is not struggling. Right. The average person in America, it's hard. It's a struggle. Yeah. But then you've got a level of extreme. The people that live in Beverly Hills have such an extreme wealth that's far beyond most people with wealth in Australia.
Right.
And it's got to do with numbers, because there's 30 million people that live in Australia and there's hundreds of millions that live in the US. So I always say, if these housewives moved to Beverly Hills, a lot of them would be seen as a big fat joke for the money that they have.
Right.
Because they're not worth hundreds of millions of dollars. They're worth, not even tens.
That's crazy. And a good perspective to have from you, because, I wouldn't know that about Australia. Because even looking at their houses, they're very nice houses with big closets and everything. But obviously, I guess if you brought that home to Beverly Hills, like you're saying, it would be,
and then do you know what's funny? But then if you brought, if you brought the Beverly Hills women to somewhere like Dubai, the Dubai women would laugh at them. Like, do you know what I mean? Or Saudi Arabia, they're like, they're a big fat joke to them.
Oil money is insane. I mean,
so it's just funny because it's kind of like you're surviving in Melbourne in that social scene, but it's not where the big dogs are at. The big dogs are living in London or Beverly Hills or, you know, or Hong Kong or Dubai.
Right.
So, yeah, that's a bit of my inside goss.
That's good.
But what did you think about Petit Fleur trying to bring it up at the shopping extravaganza in the $35,000 room?
That was just another attention-seeking moment from Petit Fleur. Just dumb. Like, it gets to the point where you're like, please just shut up. Just shut up. It's like you're asking for it. Yeah. She's just asking for it. And then she plays the victim, like they all say, and it's her fault, so.
It is, and I think Gina kind of sums up when she said she's just like a yappet dog. Jackie says she just won't go away.
Yep.
And she's not getting it. It's like that...
it's like a fly.
The fly, or that mosquito. Yeah, they always say mosquito. Or that friend, that, you know, that person that you're not particularly liking and you don't get along with, but they just don't take the hints.
Right.
So it's just interesting, and
what a place to be stuck, you know, and not have any friends. Like, you're thousands of miles away. That's not the kind of place you want to get into a fight and then have to just, you know, be stuck there.
Yeah, I would kind of advise her to be a bit of the... Oh my God, we keep drawing to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I don't know why today.
Someone recruited for the other after show.
I know, bloody hell, I don't know why. I think it's just because, I think Dubai, they were in Dubai recently on that.
Yeah.
But like what Brandy did, they all hated her, so then she just played the bitch.
Right.
I'm like, you know what, if they're all hating you anyway, then you just be the bitch. And then at least you're going to stay on the show and you may as well just...
Right, at least just don't cry about it every week. Just do it. Just be, exactly, just be it.
Totally, and I think the reason she brought it up was to try and... because obviously Jackie's attacked her. She tried to get revenge on Jackie.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you think they have attacked her? Do you feel at all ever that they sit there and do attack Petit Fleur?
I do to an extent.
Okay.
I think I have I think it's always hard when you are the new person in the group. And I do think she's done a lot of it to themselves. But I don't think it's ever nice when every single one in the group is laughing at someone. I think it's actually a bit of a mean girls mentality, and it is a bit mean. She does deserve a lot of it. But I don't think it's nice for a whole group of people. She's not Osama bin Laden. Like, she's not Hitler.
Right.
Like, she's just annoying. That's it. That's all she is. So I do think they have been a little bit harsh on her.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Gina, all of the yelling that she did at Petit Fleur in Dubai, she could have done by herself.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I think what I would personally do if I was on the show is I would pull her aside for a coffee. They love the coffee in Melbourne. That's another thing, big coffee culture. And tell her, look, these are the reasons... Not yell at her, but say, we have a problem with you because we're finding you inauthentic. We're have a more nicer conversation rather than just yelling.
I think the problem is that they don't let them get together like that on purpose so that it does build up and then we have these big scenes, because otherwise it would just be a lot of coffee dates and a lot of, you know, non-fights that we don't really want to watch.
Yeah, totally. And what did you think about Chyka saying to Lydia? Because Lydia obviously tried to resolve the issue there.
Yeah.
We're going to deal with it when we get back to Melbourne. What did you think about that?
I think that was very appropriate.
Yeah.
Don't ruin the rest of my trip. Like, that's ridiculous. I just brought you here. And I always wondered, does she pay for that entire trip, you think? All of their rooms and stuff? If she's asking them to go to Dubai, do you think they pay?
No.
Okay.
God, no.
Okay. Because I was going to say, if that's the case, seriously, shut up. Like, she just, you know, paid for this trip. But, yeah, I think if this is, like, something she's planned and she's made it her special trip for the girls, like, just don't ruin it anymore. We've got one day left. Just stay away from me, and we'll figure it out when we get home.
She's definitely the most level-headed out of the housewives, I would say.
For sure.
And how do you feel about her not coming back next season? I'm not sure if you're aware of that.
I did know that. And it was because of her daughter.
Yeah.
I think that's a really respectful decision.
Yeah.
Really shows that she's not just doing this show for fame or money or whatever. You know, like, her family is more important. I'll miss her.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
But yeah, I think that was the right decision for sure.
And I have a very good insider information about what Lydia has said and spread about Chyka.
Oh, yes. What is it?
Well, I wanted to know what you think it is.
So I've heard rumors just from, like, reading the internet and whatever about Lydia saying that Chyka's husband is gay and that they have a, you know, some kind of deal.
Yeah. You're very much
That's
right.
it?
Yeah, you're on the money. Yeah, you're on the money.
It's like I'm from Australia.
You are from Australia, but I have to be honest.
Yes.
I, as a gay man, I got the gay vibes season 1, first episode.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, now what is the gay vibe? As a gay man, what is the gay vibe for you? Because I'm sure my gay vibe or my gaydar is different than what yours would be.
And do you know what? It's funny. Now I'm watching it, I don't think he's gay. But when I first saw him, because I'm just used to seeing him on the show. But when I first saw him, it's just, I don't know, it's just one of those things. You're just like, he's one of me.
Gay.
Like, you know, you just feel it.
Yeah.
But I sometimes get it wrong in LA because the Australian man is the average Australian man is a lot more masculine than the average, not American guy, but the average LA guy.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Because in LA, it's like all the guys, you know, they're into themselves and, you know, are all
they're
jacked
getting their
up.
eyebrows done. They're doing, yes.
They're all
exactly.
actors. So I thought everyone was gay. Like when I first moved to LA, but then I got confused and that it's, you know, not the case. But yeah, it's just an intuitive feeling I have as a gay man.
But you don't think he's gay anymore, or you're on the fence.
Look, I just like Chyka so much, but at the end of the day, Chyka, if you put yourself on a reality show and you are showing your family and it sucks, like
right,
you're
that
setting yourself
gonna
up.
come up.
It does.
Right.
And when I watched the show with my friends, first episode, season 1, I wasn't the first one to say it. Everyone said, "Oh, he's definitely gay."
It's funny. I mean, he's definitely
think?
has some feminine
and event
touches
planning
about him.
Yeah,
right. But that's what I was saying last week is the atmosphere that he works in. That's kind of what it is. It makes you. It's like having a straight man own a salon or work in a hair salon or be a hairdresser.
Yeah.
A lot of people would automatically assume that you're gay.
Yeah.
And he does seem primp and proper, but I don't know. There's just some of the things that he said, even with his son in Dubai, about him maybe getting laid or whatever, where he seemed like a dad to me and not, like a manly dad, not
and
a gay father. I don't know.
I'm just gonna be honest, and I hate to do it because I don't like to add fuel to the fire, and because I love Chyka so much.
But I mean, hey,
but you're putting yourself on a reality show, so you have to expect it. But I do think he's having or had
an affair.
Some fun times on the side with the same sex.
Listen,
that's just my
If
opinion.
they have an arrangement and that's their agreement and she's okay with it, like you're saying with the reality show, I think she should eventually just be open about it.
I'm gonna feel I don't know whether I want to go here because I do feel bad and I don't ever want to out someone that way.
Don't you think it would be so hard to live your life and have kids with someone that you're not actually in love with? Or they probably are in love with each other as friends, but it would be really hard for me to just have sex with my best friend and have kids with my best friend and
I'm
going
to put it out to our viewers, and I do feel bad, but once again, if you put yourself on a reality show...
this is open discussion with fans.
It is.
So,
and I'm just saying, I want you guys to tweet us, at AFTERBUZZ TV, at Dan Babic. What was your Twitter?
At Hayley Clover.
Mine's Dan Babic with an underscore. On this conspiracy theory, if you think Bruce is gay or not. It's you put yourself on a reality show, that's what you expect.
Right.
And it's just what we think.
I don't think Chyka's fans would like her any less.
No.
I don't think my opinion about her would change.
No, not at all.
I think she's an amazing mom, professional. I would love to go and shadow her, I said, for like a week and see. I think they don't have an arrangement marriage like that. I just think he is gay and never came out.
Yeah, never came out. And I think it would be such a hard thing to do. I know, it could have even been something I could have done if I wasn't, born in the 90s. And a lot of men do it, and it's very difficult.
That's true.
And I really do think he is.
Happens.
But but he might not be. But
and poor guy if he's not.
Poor guy if he's not. Poor guy.
But, I mean, we're just here to say he's gay. Yeah, but I don't know. I didn't get that vibe like you did right away. Yeah. So
But again, I'm going to say, if you put yourself on a show like that, you have to expect, people are, and we are an after show, we do break it down.
Don't you think it's weird, though, that it hasn't come up until now? Or that Lydia's the only one that's planted that seed?
No, I think everyone would have said it. And it's just, and Australians are very open as well, but
right.
I think, even when my mom's like, I reckon he's gay. Yeah, everyone that watches the show is like, do you reckon, even among friends and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's just interesting. But we'll move on to Janet and Brian, because obviously back in Melbourne.
Another crazy relationship.
What do we think about that? Brian was kind of saying we're still technically married. Let's get back together.
I feel bad for Janet because you can tell how much of an inner struggle it is, because she still obviously does have feelings for him and loves him, but at the same time knows how much he's hurt her in the past and how much of a man whore he is. So
yeah.
And I think it was a bit of a cop-out with her saying it might hurt the kids. Again, she said, that's kind of how it ended, her saying that if we get back together and then it doesn't work out again, we're hurting our families again.
The kids are all grown up.
They're all older,
yeah,
so that's like a cop-out for me. That's kind of
like,
okay, that was your easy way of saying, like, no, I don't want to do it again.
I think she still loves him, but she just doesn't want to be hurt again.
Right, yeah.
Who does? I mean, heartbreak's so hard. Even, I've even said this year, I'm like, I love love. I'm like, I can't go on another date this year. I can't do it to myself, because I'm like, the heartbreak. I'm like, because when I'm in a relationship or I'm dating someone, I'm like I love love.
Right.
And I'm like, I just can't. even though I
fall hard.
I can't do it.
Hard.
So I'm like this year I'm like I can't. It's just too much. So I kind of get it. Like I'm constantly like I'm like Bridget Jones. Like.
I do think those two are having sex though.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
So I don't really think she needs to get married again. She's still got his support and probably money and
I feel like
his penis. So
and
whatever.
I feel like he loves her and wants to put his penis in her, but I feel like
absolutely.
he wants to put his penis in a lot of other girls as well. Yeah,
that's the problem, Dan. That's the problem.
And moving on to Lydia again, Lydiette. She obviously did a lunch with Janet and Gina.
Again, like a moment where I'm like, please just shut up.
Yeah.
Just shut up. Because I love that Gina calls her out every time. She's like, that's bullshit. You told me exactly what we're all talking about when Lydia's claiming to not know what the rumor is.
Yeah.
It's like, make me gag.
It is. And I think, look, everyone talks about people and you just got to own it. I just got to say, yeah, I did say that, and I'm so sorry that it's blown up to this precaution.
Right.
But I just said it was it's just something that I thought, and I can't help what I thought. Maybe I shouldn't have, said it, but I did.
Right. You can apologize.
Yeah, and
But right.
But I think we're going to move on from Lydiette for the moment.
One extra thing, I can't stand her talking to her dog anymore.
Yeah,
I love dogs, and I just feel bad for Figaro because, like, I do like that name, but just, oh God, she just says it too much. Just stop.
I think it's an ugly dog. What do you think? I think it's
so ugly, it's kind of cute.
It's kind of cute.
Like one of those dogs.
Like a rescue dog.
Would it be my choice? No, but yeah, I think it's kind of like in his poor little sweaters. I think he's sad.
Yeah.
I think her housekeeper should take him and they should go live a happy life.
I know.
Because poor, what's her name?
Joanna.
Joanna, thank you. I feel so bad for Joanna. If there's one person on the show that I feel bad for, it's her.
It is. It's so funny. Johanna's got, have you seen a fake Twitter account where people tweet?
No.
I forget what it is, but I'll put it up on my Twitter for you guys to see. And it's like a fake Johanna Twitter account. And it's like, oh, Lydia made me do this today. And like calling out Lydia. And it's hilarious. It's so funny, yeah.
Because the way she talks to her is just so demeaning. And then she's like, well, we're giving her this amazing life. And I'm like, no offense, but not really. She's just, she's pretty much your servant. And, maybe you have helped her be able to buy a car and whatever, but, like, don't act like she's living in the Taj Mahal and you've,
Well, yeah, so at the end of the day, she's doing a job and then you're giving her a paycheck for the job.
And she's not with her family. I mean, it's not ideal.
Yeah, it is. And so I can't handle it. And it's kind of funny because we obviously saw her bossing Johanna around when she got back from Dubai.
Yeah.
And it's almost like a power thing because she was powerless among the other girls. Mm-hmm. And now, what's Twitter saying, by the way?
I'm sorry, Gamble just favorited that we were on air.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Gamble. Yeah. We hope you're watching. Yeah, because we love Gamble.
I know Jackie watches because we've talked, and she's super nice and likes our after show. She likes hearing the American point of view, even though you have both the American and Australian
the shine. But so I think it was a bit of a power thing. So she goes back home. Yeah. She's powerless among the girls, but then she can just boss her servant, which I think is a disgusting word around.
I have a feeling, too, that she's powerless with her husband. Like, she has to go through so many steps probably to get whatever she wants with him. So then when she is around the girl, she feels like, oh, I can be this, like,
well, she even says she's got to do a lot of cock sucking to get what she wants with, thingy. But then Jackie, because obviously Jackie's probably watching right now, her and Ben, she got the ovaries tested. She got, I'm even talking like Jackie right now. Oh my God, Ben, oh my God.
I love Ben. And I told her that when we spoke on the phone, he seemed so nice. And he did again today when he was talking about his ball sack being filled with Phelps. I thought that was hysterical.
Lots of sperm there. Jackie's got her eggs in the 20s. Oh my God, yeah.
Yes.
So do you reckon they'll have kids? What's your...
I do.
Yeah.
I think she's going to be pregnant soon, if she's not already pregnant and we just don't know yet.
Yeah, I'd love to get a psychic reading from Jackie.
You should.
I know,
Maybe
it's hard.
she'll do it.
Maybe she'll do well.
You think she can do it over the phone?
Maybe.
Do you think that works?
Maybe,
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about it.
Just tell us something, good or bad, yeah.
Right.
So, yes. But now, let's get into the one and only epic argument at the Glass House.
One, I love the Glass House. It looks awesome.
I know,
and I love
go.
seeing it in construction and now seeing it finished.
It's beautiful,
that was really cool. Looked awesome.
Have you been to Melbourne before?
I haven't been to Australia.
Oh,
I would
bummer.
love to go. It's on the bucket list for sure.
I'm going back at Christmas time to see my family, so I'll have to I'll have to go to the Glass House.
It'll be summer then, right?
Yeah, I might even have to hit up some of the Real Housewives of Melbourne ladies and say, let's grab a drink.
You really should. That would be awesome, and then bring it back to us and let us know.
Yeah, I'll give you all the goss. But it was interesting because what do we think of Petty Fleur's outfit?
I think all she had to do was take off that dumb cape, and it wouldn't have been so bad.
I agree.
Because I love yellow, and I think her skin tone actually looks great in yellow.
Yeah.
It was just like so much.
I love Jackie's comments. What did she call it? She called it, let's see, Bumblebee. Banana over there. Yes. Banana over here.
Banana over here, and I love that.
And Bumblebee.
Yes. And then Gina said she jumped out of a fruit basket. I mean, it was funny.
It was funny, yeah. So I wonder if, Petty Fleur's got a sense of humour about this all when she's watching it.
I don't know. That would be a good question. I doubt it. Like, if she's anything like she is on camera, I have a feeling she watches this stuff and then just continues to hold more grudges. Yeah,
I've never met Petty Fleur because I only lived in Australia when they were filming season 1, so she wasn't on that season.
Right.
But yeah, interesting.
Yeah. Do you think they always dress like that, even when they're not on the show? Do women in Melbourne dress like that?
Yes.
They do.
It's funny because that's one thing I noticed when moving to the US is the average Australian dresses much better than the average American.
Better or more over the top? Because I would say half the outfits I see on them I don't like.
Over the top, I would say like the dress sense in Australia is much better.
Okay.
I think it's just interesting, especially in Melbourne. It is a fashion city. I noticed that like we don't wear, we would never wear sweatpants out.
Okay.
Like it's more. It's not as. I think it's not as casual.
Well, I mean, even now, you're in a tux and I'm in a tank top.
No, but I just noticed that even when I moved to the US, like the average American is more daggy in the way they dress.
Yeah,
like it's even like our brand, it's hard.
What about athletic clothing?
They all wear athletic clothing. It's all Nike. They'll wear Nike and
Lorna Jane, isn't that
Lorna Jane? Yeah,
Lorna
no one
Jane.
wears. And the average Australian brands are like, you can't really get it wrong because they're quite like, we don't have as many brands as you guys. Like we don't have Old Navy, or people don't shop at the Gap, or people don't shop at Target. We have like our brand called Country Road, and we have other brands in Roger David, and you can't really get it wrong. Right. They're all quite good.
Well, I have always heard that the shopping in Australia is like amazing.
It is, yeah. So they do dress. Maybe they wouldn't go that far over the top every day, but the average Australian does definitely dress up more than the average. It's got more of a European influence.
Sure.
But what did you think about Lydia lying straight away when they went to the glass house and saying that they spoke over text to her?
It's just so weird, isn't it? Like, have you ever blatantly just told a lie like that and thought you were going to get away with it? Like,
yes.
Well, you have?
Probably, yeah.
No. See, have I said a white lie or little things? Absolutely, everybody has.
Yeah.
But like to blatantly bring that up in front of a group of people when I know that I'm going to get called out or know that somebody has talked to her, I just think it's ridiculous.
I think it is. Like all she had to say was, "Is Twitter exploding again?"
No, I'm just waiting to see. We have a lot of retweets, but somebody should tweet us, ask some questions.
I know. Yeah. It's like, why can't you just say we're just not well, she's just dumb. That's what it is. I don't think we really have
just say, we didn't talk. No, we're not going to talk tonight, and we'll figure it out. Leave me alone until we do.
Yeah, and that's where I felt a bit sorry for Petty Fleur again. Still, she's trying to get one friend, stands up for Lydia.
Petty Fleur just had to stop right after. Come on, guys, let's just leave her alone. Like, we're at this event, whatever. Stop.
Yeah.
No. Then she was like, well, Jackie, you did bring it up. And then it's like, okay, here we go. Now you screwed yourself over. Otherwise, no one would have said anything. It would have been fine. You would have stuck up for your friend, and you're done.
And I think she was trying to get a bit of revenge through sticking up for Lydia.
Yes.
That's what was happening. But then Lydia's not Lydia's... I think it's very clear that Lydia's only just using her for the time being because she's got no one else. Because her true feelings did come out and she called her an idiot.
Yeah.
And then
Oh my God, she was really giving it to her, telling her to F off, F you, you're an idiot. And that was not warranted at all. But Lydia, you can tell she's just backed into a corner at this point. She has dug her grave so far at this point that she's just going to flip out on anybody now.
Yeah. It's and what do you think about Gina and Gamble reuniting with their friendship?
I think she was a little over the top with the compliments. Probably.
Yeah, it was very fake.
Probably drunk.
Yeah, what would she say? The most beautiful woman I've ever met. I mean,
right, like all of a sudden you guys are like, that was fake for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, fine. It's great. I think it was a dumb reason for them to all be
I think
not friends anyway. It's like,
I do feel sorry a bit for Gamble because I think the other girls got into her head a little bit.
For sure.
And I think if the other, if it was just a normal setting, they went on the Real Housewives, I think Gamble, they would have resolved it straight away.
I think so too.
But I think she's learning as a housewife.
Yeah. I didn't love her last season.
No.
And I like her, so. Yeah.
That's good. Now let's get into some predictions because next week's going to be epic as Chyka and Lydia battle it out. Woo!
And now, your AfterBuzz TV
predictions. Ooh, Hayley, what are you predicting?
I think you should be the new voiceover artist.
Maybe, yeah.
I think that we are going to finally hear what the rumor is.
Yeah.
So that's good. We'll hear it from their mouths. And I think Chyka is going to end that friendship.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, she's a smart girl. Yeah.
Totally done.
Smart woman, not girl. Smart woman. Yeah.
Right. And then I think we see Jackie later on telling Lydia, "Oh, you really want to talk some shit? Let's talk some shit then." I don't know what she's gonna say, but I'm really excited to find out because it sounds the way they've dramatized it. It sounds like it's gonna be something big.
Yeah, and I actually feel sorry for Chyka because I do love her so much.
Yeah.
I think it is a good...
I think what's annoying, though, is that we're not focused on Chyka, even though Jackie did say that she's been talking about all the girls, so maybe that's what happens. That's what she brings up. She says every single thing that Lydia has said about all of the girls.
Which would be nice, because I don't like Chyka getting bad press or people talking badly about her or her family being under fire. That unfortunately, that's what happens when you're on a reality show.
I know.
And like you can't escape. If you put yourself in on that platform, you have to expect people to talk.
Right, and I think your family has to expect it too.
Yeah, exactly. So she's not coming back, and I'd love to see her back because I love her so much.
I think she'll make little cameos, I'm sure.
Yeah, but I just think that's probably wise because she's such a solid, beautiful, strong woman. I don't want.
Right.
Yeah, her to turn into trash like some of the others,
Yeah, I don't think that's possible.
Yeah, and I'm predicting the same as you pretty much, and I think Lydia will obviously deny, and then it will all come out.
Okay. You think she'll cry? She doesn't seem like the kind of person that cries. But
Lydia or Chyka?
Lydia.
Yeah. I think that's what happens when you can't do anything else, just start crying. It's like a kid, what else can I try? I'll just start crying.
Right.
But it's been so nice to have this discussion.
I know.
I'm actually really glad that it was just the two of us so we could get to know each other a bit better.
We caught up.
I know.
It's good. Will you be here next week?
I would definitely be here next week. Will you be here? Perfect.
Good. So maybe we'll have the whole panel.
Sounds
together.
good. But tweet us all your thoughts on today's episode and any questions you have for us. Would you like to remind our audience again where they can find you?
Yeah, guys, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Hayley Clover.
And you can follow me on the Instagram at Babic, DANBABIC. And on the Twitter is the same, but with an underscore after Babic. Thank you.
On the Twitter.
On the Twitter. Thank you very much, guys. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.